What's up, everybody? We're here today in beautiful Ravenel, South Carolina at my favorite Ford store, Ravenel Ford. Now we got a guy right here, his name's Nick Roper, and he's actually a subscriber to our channel, Charleston Car Videos. Nick reached out to me after watching our videos for quite some time now and says, hey, I drive a Ford Fusion, I love it, and I want to talk with you about it. So, we invited Nick out today to come talk with us, so thank you, Nick, for coming out.
No problem.
So Nick, tell everybody a little bit about your car. What year, how many miles, and all this good stuff.
Alright, so this is a 2015 Ford Fusion Titanium with a 2-liter EcoBoost engine. It's got around 52,000 miles on it, and I've been driving it for about 2 years now.
So, now from us talking earlier, Nick said that he came home one day after talking with his parents about getting a car, and this was a car just sitting in the driveway.
Yep.
What was your reaction to this car when you just like, whoa, what is this?
Well, at first I thought I was still playing my Xbox. I thought it was a video game.
Yeah.
So it took me about 5 or 6 minutes I had to walk around it in a circle, and I was looking at everything, and I was touching. I had to physically touch it to make sure it was real.
Yeah.
And
you were in shock in a sense.
Yeah.
You had no clue this was your car.
I was 16 years old at the time, so it was a big thing for me because I've always told my dad, don't get me something elaborate and super expensive. Just get me a beater car. You know, I don't need anything nice.
That's a good son.
So,
right.
Yeah. So he went out of his way and
he did the opposite.
Yes.
Wow, wait. This is nice. I mean, this is the titanium package. I mean, so it's pretty loaded up. It's not the SC. It's got leather, right?
Yes, sir.
What size rims are those on this one?
Those are 245.
They're 18s though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they look like 18s. I mean, the titanium package, folks, just so you know, it's got some nice looking wheels, beautiful interior. What we're going to do right now is we're actually going to cut the shot. We're going to get inside the car. And let's talk with Nick, because it is extremely hot. You can agree on that?
Yes, sir.
It's hot. Let's get in the car and talk a little more. All right, everybody, we're in the car with Nick. What a nice car. He keeps it extremely clean, I can promise you that. Now, what are some of the features on the Fusion that you really like?
Well, for one thing, I very much appreciate the 3-stage heated seats in the wintertime. Even though it doesn't get frigid cold here, it does get cold sometimes. And so, yeah, you got your 3-stage heated seats, also remote start. I've got that on my key.
Nice.
It's got that button in the middle. You just press that twice, starts right up for you.
That's nice in the summertime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and in the winter, it cools the car off, warms it up.
Yeah.
Now, this car seems to have a pretty big screen inside of here. So this is Ford's Sync.
8-inch, yes sir.
That's an 8-inch screen, Sony stereo system.
Yes,
any features inside of here that you use on daily? It looks like you're using your Bluetooth and all that.
Yes, Bluetooth mostly, and Bluetooth, I like how the climate control arrangement is perfect for me, so you can also adjust the airflow just to be at your head or to your legs, or yeah.
So everything's done right through that screen for the most part. Your climate control, radio.
You can turn fan speed down or up with this. Yep. You got your radio right there.
Okay, and so you got music rolling in through your phone.
Yes.
Okay. Do you find yourself using the music on your mobile device more than actually like listening to the radio?
I never use the radio.
Never use AM FM radio.
Yes.
Okay. See, I've been telling people that radio, people aren't listening to it anymore. And how old are you, Nick?
18 years old.
See what I'm talking about? Are you considered to be a millennial?
No, I'm a Generation Z.
Generation Z. Okay, I think
yes.
I'm Generation X.
Yes.
So Generation Z, they not using radio. It's starting to become obsolete. I mean, really, do you ever turn the radio on at all?
Only when my dad comes in the car for a ride.
Okay.
Because he likes listening to the radio. So.
Okay, there you go. So Dad likes a little bit of radio, but other than that, he's jamming out with his tunes right off the phone. That's pretty sweet. Looks like it's even got an SD card slot.
Yep, got your CD player, which I never use.
Never using that anymore. Right.
Yeah.
Do you even have any CDs, really?
I don't have any. No.
There you go. So, I mean, CD players, I really almost think, I think CD players are going to be obsolete within the next year or two.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, some brands are already phasing them out completely. All right, let's, Nick, let's get the keys to a new Ford You want to take a look at a Platinum?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so the Platinum, would that be the next level up from the Titanium?
Yes, sir. The trim levels go S model Fusion, SE, Titanium, Sport, and then Platinum, which is the highest trim level and most expensive.
So Sport is actually right above this.
Yes, it is.
And then Platinum.
In terms of price and features, it is above this, yes.
And I think we got a Sport, but I haven't really looked at one of those yet.
But for the 2015 model year, the Fusion Titanium was the highest trim, and then in 2017, the Sport trim was added as well as the Platinum. So that's how it goes.
So they didn't have a Platinum in 2015.
Correct. It was a Titanium.
We're learning something. He's teaching me something today. All right, let's go do this. Let's have some fun. All right, everybody, we're having a great time with Nick. He's a character. He really is super excited. Again, he's only 18 years old. I opened up the car door to the Platinum package Fusion, and he's like, oh man. I'm like, what? He's like, I love this car. He's like, you know, to him, he's in heaven right now. He is a Fusion fanatic. He loves the car. He loves all the new features on it, the cooled seats, all that stuff. And he even really likes that this has got the Ford Sync 3 on it, because his has got the Ford My Touch. But anyway, so this is going to be fun. Let's hop in, let's talk to Nick a little bit, see what features on a Fusion for 2018 that he's going to like that he doesn't have on his 2015. So anyways, let's see what Nick's got to say about this, okay? Oh, man. It is definitely warm out here today. Now, Nick, give us your reaction to this Platinum package car. What were the first things you noticed that were like, oh man, I gotta have it?
The first thing I noticed was these 3-stage cooled seats. I have to have those because unfortunately I have a Titanium package and there's only heated seats in the Titanium package for 2015. But for 2017 and up, the Titanium package came with heated and cooled seats.
Man. Can you feel the cooled yet?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's starting to work. I feel it a little bit on my seat.
It's a little bit, but
yeah, it takes a second to get them rolling. Same with the AC when the car first cranks up. But this is nice. Now, what do you think about this dial down here? Well, I mean, what's your opinion on that?
Well, looks-wise, it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
And I thought at first that I really wanted to have that in my car.
Right.
But I think it would freak me out a little bit not to be able to actually physically feel myself moving.
Right. Or like on a truck, you're like this.
Yes.
Okay. So a little different. It does seem to save on arm room and stuff like that.
I could live with this, but it would take some getting used to.
Okay, he'd probably get used to it in a week or so, I would think. Yeah, it does take a little getting used to, putting it in reverse, neutral, and drive. Like I was telling Nick, I think the only reason I didn't really like it so much is because a famous actor died that I really enjoyed watching. But again, you know, they get all those quirks fixed, you know, over time. Now, does your car got some leather wrapped up onto the dash and stuff like that?
Actually, no. I've got soft touch plastics that come down the side and on the dash, but they're not like this. This is quilted leather. It's nothing like this, really. Do
you think the leather would do good over time, or will it start getting faded out and all that? I would tint the windshield on this car a little bit if I had it.
Same, honestly. Yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, over time, also, I would. If I did have leather, I'd want it to be a little bit lighter color than this, maybe.
Okay.
So that it wouldn't.
It does get hot, don't it?
Oh yeah, it's nice and hot.
But it looks nice. This is a nice color in here, kind of like a brownish colored leather. It looks really pretty.
It does.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Wood trim, where the air vents are and on the door handles, that looks nice.
Fit and finish looks great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking this. All right, guys, let's put the car in drive and take it for a little cruise through the parking lot here. All right, everybody, we're outside the car right now. We're gonna get Nick's opinion on the LED lighting on the new 2018 Fusion Platinum. Let's go ahead and take a look. Tell us what you think while you're checking them out.
All right, well, first things first is I really like the solid light bar that just goes across.
Okay.
That nice, the LED light in there, the projector, it's nice and bright. And for my car, for the Fusion, 2015 Fusion, it's a halogen bulb, so it's yellow. And it looks kind of dirty compared to this one. This one looks kind of clean. It looks very nice and elegant.
And what about that LED fog light down there?
Yeah, so the fog light, that's probably one of my favorite parts also, because the shape is just very aerodynamic. It looks sharp and sleek. And
nice.
As opposed to my Fusion,
it's just a round bulb.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
You're liking the front end on here.
Definitely.
Let's go take a look at the taillights.
Still got the nice dual exhaust tip.
So you like the dual exhaust tip?
Oh yeah.
Now, does exhaust fumes come out of those tips?
From my experience, they don't. With me, for my 2015 Fusion, there's a pipe right behind the chrome strip,
okay,
and the exhaust fume goes down. But it's the chrome strips are mostly there for looks, which personally I think they look great.
They do look nice.
I do wish they were actually connected to the exhaust pipe though.
Okay, all right. So yeah, a lot of people I've seen online complain about that.
Yes. But
they do look nice, and like I've told people, if the exhaust fumes came out of that beautiful chrome pipe, what would it do after a couple weeks? It'd get dirty, and I think that's why Ford does that. All right, let's take a look at the taillights and see what Nick thinks about this. They're LED, of course, right?
Yep.
Do you see any difference in the rear compared to your car?
The only major difference I see is this chrome strip that goes across from each taillight and goes across the trunk.
Okay.
So,
and are you a fan of that or not a fan of that?
For the most part, no, because I think Fusions look a lot cleaner without the chrome strip back there, which divides the headlights.
Okay. All right. So just matter of opinion on that. Okay. Right. Now this is a Platinum. So do you think, is that something that's just on the Platinums, or is that on the other ones as well?
That's on all Fusions, from the S model, which is the base model, all the way up to the Platinum, which is your fully loaded model.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Cool. And the let's take a look at the Frog here, jumping around in the trunk.
Yeah.
Hey, little froggy.
Same size trunk as mine. The spec, the official spec, is about 16 cubic feet of trunk space, which this looks basically the same as in
Okay,
mine.
no difference. Does yours have it where this goes under here too?
Yes, and one difference though is I have WeatherTech floor mats instead of these factory ones.
Okay.
So that's the only thing, but that's just personal aftermarket sort of thing.
Let's get Froggy out because, well, he keeps jumping.
I'm a little squeamish, so.
Yeah, it's all good. We won't forget about you. All right, give us your opinion on the wheels. These are 19-inch in size. What do you think?
Now, to me, these wheels look fairly nice. However, for my personal taste, I like more of those sporty, in-motion wheels that look like they're moving when the vehicle is stopped. I do like the chrome, but personally, I like rotating wheels a little bit more.
Okay. All right, there you go. I'm a fan of the wheels that look like they're in motion as well. So, and I do like the wheels on your car. All the spokes look really sporty.
Yes.
It kind of has that Gran Turismo look out of the video game or something. Yeah, pretty sweet. All right, cool. Let's keep looking, guys.
Oh, one major
go ahead.
difference. You also got, these tires are 19-inch in size, and for my 2015 Fusion Titanium, I've got 18-inch wheels. So that's another difference.
All right, everybody, well, now we got the hood popped on the Fusion. Let's see what Nick thinks about the motor on a 2018 versus 2016. And he's actually got some really good information to share about that V6 twin turbo. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, so yeah, guys, so looking at this Fusion Platinum right here, the engine we've got is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that makes 245 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. My personal gripe is that if you're looking to buy a Fusion, you've also got the option to buy a sport model, which is price-wise, it's a couple $1,000s cheaper than this. But on the sport, you'll find a twin turbocharged V6 engine instead of this 4-cylinder engine, and that V6 makes 325 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. And all that power comes in pretty low in the RPM range, so you're getting a lot of power for the size of the vehicle. And I personally would have liked to see Ford make that engine at least optional on this Platinum, where you only have access to the 4-cylinder.
Okay, that makes sense. Right. So basically, even on the fully loaded Platinum here, you can't get the twin turbo. It'd be nice to at least have the option there, Ford, okay? Unfortunately, what's Ford going to be doing over the next year or so?
Ford will be phasing out the Fusion, Fiesta, Focus, and all of their sedans, basically. The only car Ford will have left is the Mustang for people to purchase. So if you're looking for a sedan, particularly a Fusion, your best time to get one is right about now. So
Let's talk about that a little more with him real quick, okay? Let's talk about that. All right, everybody, before we talk about how Ford's discontinuing out the Fusion and many other four-door sedans that they offer, we're gonna talk about price. Nick, share some information you know about pricing on these cars.
Yeah, so price-wise, the Ford Fusion is very flexible in terms of prices and options you get on your vehicles, but this Platinum here, as you can see, we've got an MSRP of $37,770, and if you're looking to spend a little bit less than that, or you know, make your monthly payments a little bit easier, and you still would like to have some nice options, I suggest looking at a 2018 Fusion Titanium, which is, I drive a 2015 Titanium, but for the 2018 model, you still will get the heated and cooled seats. You'll still get blind spot monitoring system. You'll get a nice backup camera. You get those two LCD screens in there. You've got the nice leather seats. You've got all the niceties, but price-wise, you're looking at a price between $32,000 and $34,000. So it's significantly less starting out than the price of a Platinum level trim.
All right, everybody, we're going to talk about how Ford is just discontinuing their sedans, and Nick has got some interesting points he brings up while we're talking off camera. So Nick, tell us first of all about Honda and Toyota sedans versus Ford sedans.
So if you're looking at Japanese manufacturers such as Kia, Honda, Mazda, and Nissan, if you're looking at sedans that they sell, you will notice almost instantly, price-wise, the Japanese sedans, they're a lot less expensive, and if you actually get to go and test drive one or go see one in person, you will see that the features that are offered for any given price compared to an American brand such as Chevy or Ford, options wise and features wise, you will find most of the time that Japanese companies will give you more standard features at a lower price.
Okay, so yes. Yeah, because you know, when I used to work for Acura, that was one of our selling points, was that you know, you get more standard features on the Acura TL versus going and buy the Lexus ES or whatever car it was out there, or the Mercedes or the BMW. You had to spend a lot more money, but you got more of these cool techie and just nice safety features and whatnot on your Acura. Same goes for Toyota, same for Honda. Now, you mentioned earlier that Toyota sales with the Camry and Honda with the Accord are definitely a lot higher than on the Ford sedans, right?
Yes. So if you're looking at sales numbers, look at the Kia Optima, the Toyota Camry, the Honda Accord, even the Mazda 6. Look at all those, even the Chevy Malibu. So sales wise, people are, there's a lot more of those vehicles that are sold, and the trend over the past couple years has been people are switching from sedans to crossovers, like the Honda CR-V and such, but people that are still buying sedans are buying more of the Japanese brands instead of
Ford Fusions and Fords. Yes. Okay, so Ford, pretty much what we're thinking here is taking an executive decision and saying, we're getting out of the sedan market. We're going to stick to what we're really good at, which is trucks, crossovers, larger vehicles. Because it seems to be that's what the Americans want, right?
Yes. In other parts of the world, if you go, say if you go to China or Japan, you'll find most people there are driving sedans or compact cars. And for that market, for those foreign markets, the Ford Fusion and the Focus, as well as the Fiesta, they would do very well in those foreign markets. But the problem is, in America, crossovers and trucks, well, if you want to talk real numbers, trucks are the highest selling category of vehicle in America and have been for quite some time. So we all know that Ford, of course, is a leader in truck sales, and so the decision to cut all sedans is ultimately for them to save money and to continue staying in business.
Nice. So, it's okay. We all love the Fusion. We all like our Fords and sedans and all that, but Ford's got to do this if they want to keep competing, obviously. And I don't think Ford's going away anytime soon. Do you? No. Ford's staying around. So right now, Nick, if you can tell somebody in 2020 what sedan, if Ford's not even around with sedans anymore, what sedan would you suggest people to go look at?
Personally, I would suggest people to look at the Chevy Malibu or the Mazda 6. Now, my personal favorite mid-size sedan in the segment is the Mazda 6. And that is because if you just go look at one, you will see and you will feel a feeling of extremely high quality for the same price as, say, a Chevy Malibu or a Ford Fusion, but you get a lot more for your money, and you will feel like you really have achieved something great.
I like it. I like it. You know, I kind of know what you're talking about, because when I used to work over there at the Mazda store, those 6s were nice. And then they got the new redesign coming, or maybe it's already there, I'm not sure, but it's a beautiful car, and the craftsmanship of a Mazda is really great. You know, Mazda, they have pretty, you know, because Mazda is one of those brands that doesn't have like Toyota, Lexus, Acura, Honda, you know, and all that. So Mazda, I've been told, has kind of moved up in a sense as in class of car. Have you heard that before too?
Yes, yes. Even if you look at German manufacturers like Mercedes, look at their E-Class or their S-Class, look at the Mazda 6. Now, performance, like power-wise, the German cars will outdo the Mazdas, but if you look at interior quality, the fit and finish, everything you're feeling, you will find that the Mazda 6 offers the same amount, if not more, luxury than a extremely expensive German car.
Very nice. So, if you want a Ford, now is the time to come buy a Ford Fusion while they last, while they're still here. You'll probably get a better incentive, probably better rebates on them right now, because Ford's pretty much doing the best they can to kind of move these cars off the lots completely.
Yeah.
So now's the time to buy one if you like one. He absolutely loves his Ford Fusion, and like he said, go take a look at a Mazda if you're, you know, a few years from now, or even go look at a Mazda today. You know, we're not trying to sway your decisions on what car to own and drive. It's really up to you. But Mazda is definitely a great brand, and also Ford is. You know, another thing we were talking about earlier too is, though, even though the Ford may cost more for some of these standard features, it really is a nice car. You know, American made, you're buying an American car. You know, it seems like American things, you know, like I brought up the, you know, a Yeti cooler, or, you know, something like that that's made in America, obviously costs hundreds of dollars more than going and buying an Igloo cooler, right? But there's a reason, and the ice lasts to a week, you know, something like that. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe a Ford will last a lot longer compared to a Honda or a Toyota. But those Hondas, they last a long time, don't they?
Oh yeah, as well as Toyotas.
Yeah, they're all great cars, and really, you know, cars in general, even Kia and Hyundai, they've really came a long way.
They have.
Yeah.
Also, folks, if you get a chance and you're in the market for a mid-size sedan, I suggest you check out a 2018 Kia Optima, particularly in SX Turbo trim level. If you'd like to get more power, you can actually get the same amount of horsepower you'd find in a Ford Fusion in a Kia Optima SX Turbo. So, highly suggest that vehicle as well. Nice
car, yeah. Kia's a great car too. I love that new Kia Stinger they came out with.
Oh yeah.
What a sporty car. Probably not going to be a high selling vehicle, the Kia Stinger, but it's definitely a nice ride, and it looks so cool. It's so different. It's like an Audi A7. It's got the hatchback and all that. That really concludes our video today with Nick. We thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to Charleston Car videos. We appreciate your time today.
Yep, of course.
Yep, and you know what? You may be seeing a little more videos with Nick in the future. So we got a little idea. When we get a Ford Raptor in here, we might get him behind the wheels and see what his reaction is to driving a big old truck. All right? His dad actually taught him to drive. His first vehicle was what?
A 2008 Ford F350 King Ranch trim.
What's that rapper? Mystical? Big truck driver. That's him.
8,500 pounds, 375 horsepower.
What? That's what's the first vehicle did you take that down to the DMV to get a license on?
No, my mom took me down to the DMV, but I spent, for my first year of driving, I spent more time in my dad's F350 than any other vehicle. And I also learned to drive my mom's Honda CR-V, but the truck, for me, there's just something about driving a truck. You feel the power, you feel like you're safe, you're enclosed, everything feels...
It's a nice feeling. Yes. And you're sitting up high off the road,
Yes.
You feel like telling people to move out your way.
And you can sometimes.
You can, yeah. They'll drive Miss Daisy going down. You just kind of pull up next to her and she'll move out the way. Cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today with Nick. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
Have a good one, guys.